Hey, Dre. Hey, Dre. I don't know why the LDBC so mad at me, cause I told Teofimo Lopez. I said to Tio and Devin, what they need to do is wait. They ain't in prime right now. They ain't in prime. They ain't even in their prime right now. They need to wait about 5 years. 5 years, and then that fight can happen, Dre. I can't stand this dude, man. I can't stand this dude. This dude got on, I mean, I think he was on Fight Hype or I don't know, one of them channels, man. And he was sitting there and he was just saying that, Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, they need to wait because they not even in their prime yet. Like, it's bad enough, man, that we're not getting a fight. This is the fight that we want to see. And, Teofimo Lopez is making himself look bad right now, real bad. Like, and it's almost like this man think that he's, I don't know, the queen, or he thinks he's an ambassador to the sport of boxing. Like, he's just all that. Like, ooh, I'm Teofimo Lopez. My name is big now. Well, I mean, your name not big. I mean, you're not a household name. People don't know who you are. People don't know who you are. This dude ain't gonna, he's not a pay-per-view star. Teofimo Lopez is not a pay-per-view attraction. I mean, are y'all getting that from him? I'm not. He's not a pay-per-view attraction. Like, and he prancing around here like he's just this big star. Well, I mean, Teofimo Lopez is pretty much a nobody. He beat Vasily Lomachenko. That's another nobody. And I hate to say it, you can say that these guys are stars, but really and truly, nobody really knows who they are. Nobody really knows. I mean, us hardcore boxing fans, we know who they are. We definitely know who they are. So why not? Why not go on ahead and just fight Devin Haney? I don't understand the reluctance to do so. That's the biggest fight that can be made right now. That's the biggest fight that can be made right now. Like, it's almost like boxing, it's like they continue to do this, man. They keep doing this. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, man. This boxing money is going to run out. And eventually they're going to have people stop investing in these fights. And these fights are not going to happen. And the option or to have the kind of money that these fighters are demanding for each fight isn't going to happen. Now, reportedly, he turned down $4 million to fight Devin Haney. And he's going to, fight his mentor, Kambosos, for less than $4 million. Okay, I don't know, everything in the man's financial situation. I don't know. But I do know that, the Devin Haney fight is the fight that we need to see. I heard Tim Bradley also say something about MMA. Well, MMA, they're up under the same umbrella. So, that's why them fights can get made and, they have nothing to lose and blah, 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 and the paydays. And, well, I tell you what, in mixed martial arts, the paydays are actually starting to become comparable to the boxing paydays. They're starting to become comparable. They're actually starting to catch up. So, I don't know, everybody who follow boxing always say the MMA fighters don't make money. Your top five, you put your top five against the top five in boxing, and it's not going to be off by much. I'm talking about when you average it, okay? It's not going to be off by much. Because if you're a top five mixed martial artist, I mean, you're going to make a strong six-figure income. You're going to make that. Now, you may not make more money than the top fighter. No, okay, as an MMA fighter. You may not make more than the guy on the top. But I tell you what, you do have some guys on the top MMA that's touching millions, okay? You got some guys. I mean, you got, Kamaru Usman is almost $1 million fighter. You got, Conor McGregor, he touches millions, okay? You got, possibly, John Jones is $1 million fighter. So you have a couple of $1 million fighters. Amanda Nunes makes, closer to $1 million after pay-per-views. She's $1 million fighter. You have some in MMA that they do make that kind of money. Okay? The reason why, Tim Bradley is wrong, I mean, you kind of look at the product, every day. I go through comment section on boxing videos, and you just have a lot of fans, more and more fans that's just saying, you know what, I'm done. I can't watch this. I'm finna go watch MMA. And I'm seeing a lot of fans, in this past week, I did a count. I actually did a count. I counted 27 people that said that, they're going to start following MMA more heavily because it seems like they're getting the matchups over there. See, this is the kind of talk, and just think if we do this proportional, just think if I just counted about 27 people, in a week. Now, they didn't say they wouldn't completely stop following boxing, but they did say that they're going to watch more MMA because they're getting the matchups. Okay, and Tim Bradley with this nonsense right here, man, it just kind of go to show you that, boxing is a business. I get that part. It is business. But you can't overshadow business to neglect the fans. And that's what Tim Bradley suggested. Nah, just neglect the fans. Just make the fans, pay you for these garbage fights. And then you go and fight these garbage dudes. And then, then you milk it for a payday. That's what Tim Bradley said. Well, I mean, how's that going to work? Because if these two, if they get to an age where, we don't even want to see it anymore, like Spence and Crawford, I think we're about a year out and people really don't want to see that fight anymore. Joshua Wilder, no, nobody really wants to see that fight anymore. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, people would want to see the fight, but the interest level in the Wilder-Joshua saga, it's dead. It's dead. Because Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, they both lost. That saga was actually, it was doing something when those two were both undefeated. And, they had something to both lose. But now they ain't got nothing to lose, so nobody want to see the fight. And that's the situation where we have yet another fight in boxing that just, it passed its expiration date. It passed it. It passed. I mean, what are we supposed to do as boxing fans? Are we supposed to accept this? Are we supposed to, go into this head first and be like, yeah, let's let Teofimo and Devin fight all these little mandatories and people that don't really matter and, but this is mandatory. He got to fight a man. Look, mandatories can be put into position, man. Just like the WBC can make up a new belt, they can also make up a ranking and put somebody in there. It's not that hard. Governing body's been doing this since the beginning of time with fighters. So you can always have your fighter fight against somebody who, honestly don't deserve a shot, don't deserve a title shot at all. But that's boxing, and you guys are seeing up front the corruption that's happening in the sport of boxing. But go ahead, Tim Bradley going to suggest it. And so I guess everybody got to, follow suit. That's what it is.